I've been watching Star Trek recently, and it's very. It has changed in terms of the graphics, the video editing, the CGI. It's improved in a lot of ways, but one basic principle that stays in the Star Trek universe is the communist ideology that is baked into the universe. Star Trek is basically a communist utopia. It's imagined that this is what the world could be like if there was no capitalism, if there was no putting down of people or hierarchical stratification of society, if there was no rich people and poor people. This is what the Star Trek creators envisioned as a utopia. And you know what? In the brainstorming marketplace of ideas, this is acceptable. You're free to imagine any universe that you want in your mind. You're free to dream up possibilities of what life can be like. But in reality, I don't know how achievable that is. We can attempt to achieve it, but the problem is we have to accept one very very basic fact of life. People are not the same. People are not really equal. People are equal, but not really. Because look at sports. We have people like Michael Jordan, we have people like LeBron James, and then there's mediocre players, and there's average, and there's poor players, and there are people who cannot even dribble a ball. And some people can attribute that to hard work and training, but it's not like that. Some people have natural talent. When you take two 5 year olds who have never, I'm pretty sure that Michael Jordan as a 5 year old had more aptitude than many 12 year olds who had been playing football. I don't know. Just it's a poor analogy, but it, I'm just trying to say that some people are just inherently talented from the get go. So how do you change that? How do you change that some people are just born better in many things? It's not that they're born better in everything, but they are better in some things. And some people are better at making money, unfortunately. Some people just have an eye for business deals. Some people just have an eye for identifying opportunities. Some people just sleep through life. Some people are lazy by nature. They don't want to work. By nature, they just enjoy sleeping. They just enjoy resting. This is their nature. You cannot force that person out of their default setting. So it's a spectrum. There are people who are on different parts of that spectrum of ability. So how do you accommodate that when you want to make everyone equal? This is where the problem comes when you are trying to implement communist policies, because communist policies, they they get into a quagmire trying to implement that, because you have people who are willing to work 24 hours a day You have people who are willing to to give up their family life, to give up their love life, to give up their leisure life, just to earn money. And there are people who just are okay with having enough to eat and then not making any effort for the future. So if you scale that up to implementing government policy for millions of people, you get a big problem because now you have to stifle some people's innovative ability, and you have to try to pull up some people who are not willing to get to the mean or to the average at least. And that in itself means you have to tread on people's individual freedoms. So, what it does is that it creates a system that is oppressive for millions of people. And some people may find it acceptable, like people who are able to meet those baselines set by a communist regime are would be perfectly happy with such a situation where the government is pushing you to certain targets. Now, this is what Star Trek does not show you. Star Trek just shows you the finished product, and it doesn't show you how that finished product was achieved. Was there eugenics applied? Was there mass incarcerations applied? Did we have some gulags somewhere in the 23rd century, in the 22nd century? I think it's based in the 22nd century. So it's I just watched the latest series, which is Starfleet Academy, and the first episode there's a child who was separated from their mother because of stealing or something like that, and then there was some punishment dished out to the mother, and the child put in a re-education camp or something like that. Yeah, that was communism at play, being teased in Star Trek, the latest series set in 2025. So for all those people, my point is that for all those people who have this utopian view of what the world should be, of equality, egalitarianism, and a world of no want, or the world of plenty where everyone is happy, I think that's a bit childish and a bit naive, because you want to ignore the world and you want to apply a system of living that is fit for I'd say bees or ants. You're applying a system that could work, but it's not for humans, it's for the wrong species. Human beings are not bees. Human beings are not ants which live in colonies and basically survive on such a system. So it's good to dream. It's good to aim high, but I think what should be aimed for is acceptance of the truth, that not all people are really equal, but just because you're born with slightly behind doesn't mean that you're not human, or that doesn't mean that you should not be helped by society. It just means that there should be a general sense of reality or acceptance that okay, I will never be a basketball star, even if I ask the government to fund my dream of becoming like Michael Jordan. That can't happen because my abilities are more suited to this kind of thing. It works in different areas. Even let's say for education, Einstein. I have when I was young, I was good in English, history. I was relatively good in maths and science. I was pretty good. I was a straight A student. Not really straight A. I was an A and B student. But I knew my limitations. I knew that okay, if I took theoretical physics in university, I'm probably going to have a hard time. I'm not that good. I can possibly push myself to like physics, but I don't like physics. I don't like it in that way. I'm interested in it, but I don't like it to devote my life to just calculating numbers and theories and learning the Schrodinger's equation and how it was derived, doing calculus, uh, and complex mathematics, thinking in mathematics, because physics is just basically thinking in mathematics. You have to view the world in the eyes of maths. And I don't like that. It seems boring. So why not go into something like political science or something that will enrich your mind and not force you to think in ways that your mind is not designed or able to think in. So you just accept that it's good. It's good for your. If the government forced me and said no, you need to be a theoretical physicist, and I don't have the capability, it's unfair on me, and it's unfair on everyone else because you're getting a mediocre person. Even if I do achieve that level, I'll probably be a mediocre person because I'm not truly built for it. So that works in everything. Some people can be doctors, but they're scared of blood. They're scared of seeing an open carcass. So why would you force that person to be a doctor? Because you want to meet government quotas of doctors or government quotas that require certain genders or races or people of certain heights to become doctors. It's just not feasible and not realistic. So I don't know. I feel like everything else, the truth is somewhere in the middle, and there should be some kind of hybrid system of communism and capitalism to prevent the opposite happening also in capitalism. Because if you go too far in the extreme, also you get the problems that come with it.